Hello everyone, I am Audie Ratliff and you are watching the Ratliff Mandolins weekly production diary series, a video that I put up each and every week on YouTube to keep you informed of what's happening around the shop here at Ratliff Mandolins. If you've been following the series, you know that I am in between batches right now and am doing repair work that has built up over the past few months. Several different instruments, some guitars and mandolins and that sort of thing, including this little A style right here that had a broken neck. We have replaced the neck in it, and the last thing we did in last week's video is glue the fretboard on. And so now we're going to take this mandolin, I'm going to trim up the sides, trim up the thickness, round it over. I won't get it completely finished, but I'll get it pretty close, get the peg head ears shaped and everything in preparation for putting on the peg head overlay. We're going to glue that on this afternoon, and hopefully tomorrow, after that's dry, we'll be able to trim everything up, put the binding on, and maybe even get as far as putting the inlay pattern in it. So that is going to be priority for the next couple of days. But of course that's not all that we're going to do. We've got all kinds of things here, interesting things to look at. We have this mandolin here. It's a Ratliff mandolin number 8, so it's an ancient rascal that needed to have a wedge put under the fretboard here to kick everything up, and it needs to have new frets and a fret plane. That we're going to do this week. We have this Gibson guitar. It's a 1972 or 3 that had a broken peg head that we glued up last week. We need to take that out and see if that repair worked. I have another mandolin here that has that same issue here. It just needs to have the frets pulled out, the fretboard planed, and new frets put in. Oh, I don't know. There's several things. Oh, this Gibson guitar here that we're putting back together. So I'm just going to turn the camera on when we do some of this work, and let's take a look at some of those clips. Okay, this is the Gibson J55 that had the broken off peg head that we glued last week with the Systems 3 T88 glue. It's satin right around that area, and we're not going to go any farther as far as shooting new finish or anything like that. We're just going to leave it like it is. I've had tension on the strings for about an hour, and it doesn't seem to be moving or anything like that, so I think we've got it fixed. What you just got through watching was me putting the last of the frets on this F-style mandolin that needed the fret plate or the fretboard plating and a new fret job. It looks like it's in good shape. So it is towards the end of the day, Wednesday. So tomorrow, this will be a priority. Number one, to get this thing put back together and strings on it and call the man and tell him he's good to pick up his instrument. Earlier, you saw me putting the pearl inlay in the A-style neck, or the A-style mandolin that we are replacing the neck on. Priority number 2 on the job jar list tomorrow is to give the same treatment to that A-style that we give to this one. We're going to pull the frets, dress the fretboard, replace all the frets, and then we're going to move on to finish prep so that we can put the lacquer and the stain and everything on it. So that's what's going to be done tomorrow. You've seen what we've done today. Thursday morning, and there has been a change of plans. Last night, my better half gave me a list of honeydew jobs that absolutely had to be done today or the world would end. So I fought and I resisted. And it was a classic battle, but eventually I lost. But I did gain permission to work through lunchtime and take care of the honeydew jobs after lunch. So that is what I'm going to do. We're going to work on this mandolin until lunchtime, and it'll probably take about that long. And I will check back with you tomorrow. So we now have number 8 here, has all its strings, it's had its fretboard leveled, it's got brand new frets, it plays like a dream, and all is well with this mandolin now. It is Friday evening. Unfortunately, I didn't get to do everything on my job jar list this week, but we got a lot done. What we'll be working on next week will be this little Gibson here, the oval hole A-style from Australia that needs exactly what this one needs, and in fact the A-style with the replacement neck in it, it also needs to have the fretboard planed and the new frets put in before we can proceed with the finishing process. So those will all be the jobs that we will tackle next week on the Ratliff Mandolins, a weekly production diary series. Visit with us each and every week as we do this, so check back again. Until then, I think we'll close this video off and bid you to have a good week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.